So good day everyone. I'm Kayode once again. Thank you for joining me on my channel. Of course, as you already know, this channel is dedicated at improving your basic computer hardware knowledge. So without further ado, let's dive in. Today I'm going to be answering so many questions as regards to or let me say most of the frequently asked questions. These are questions that on daily basis people get to ask me, what can I do to make my laptop fast? My laptop is lagging. I have a 1 terabyte hard disk, and what can I do to improve the speed? um Basically, there are many ways to answer this question, but basically I'm going to answer this question as soon as simple. I want to answer it as simple as it can be. First of all, um most people don't consider some certain things. Watch out for my video. I'm going to be doing a video on things to check out when you are to purchase a new laptop, or you have to purchase a laptop, because the truth is the question as regards a laptop is lagging, it can't perform some activities, is very slow, and the rest it is not something that you can is something that you can it is a decision for you to make right from the time of purchase when you are to purchase that laptop. For instance, somebody who intends to go into, maybe for example, programming, computer programming, he wants to be using software like NetBeans ID, maybe for example Java programming, you want to be familiar with operating systems, and you went ahead to get a laptop that is Intel Celeron, for instance. Many of us might not be familiar with this, with what I just said, Intel Celeron. Celeron is a kind of processor. I'm going to be making a video as regards several kinds of computer processors and which one is best for the operation you want to perform. So back to our main point of discussion. So someone who intends to go into programming, for instance, and get Intel Celeron laptop. Now, the idea, the word Celeron there simply mean one single processor. So what it means is that these laptops, they cannot do multitasking, they cannot multitask, they cannot multi-thread. You understand? Because for a laptop which is which has a core processor, when the going gets tough, it's like the saying we have here in Africa, that when the going gets tough, the tough gets going, or how do we put it? But what I'm trying to say is that this processor, they can handle multiple tasks. They can, when the tax on them is enormous, they tends to expand, you understand, and to accommodate for heavy work. So for instance, so you want to go into data analytics, for example, you want to go into maybe working with large amount of data sets, and you get an Intel Celeron laptop. These are laptops that are just basically designed for you to be maybe doing your normal typing, your normal watching of movie, but are not meant for heavy tasks, like for you to be processing high graphics. Of course, most of them can't even play maybe normal some of the basic games you have. So I'm going to be answering these questions as regards to why your laptop is slow. The first thing that can make a laptop slow is your number one is your choice of processor. Most of us, you think you can just pick any laptop from any store and use it for all kind of tasks. No, laptops are not meant that way. The same way, in the racing industry, there are certain cars that cannot be used for maybe racing, for example. You understand? It's like saying you want to get a normal maybe car, then you want to go and use it for the Olympics, for racing competition. No, it's not done that way. Uh, there are specific laptops for specific tasks. You understand? And I'm going to be doing a lot of videos as regards choice of processors. So the first reason why your laptop is slow, now I'm answering that question, is your choice of the kind of processor your laptop is using. That's the first reason your laptop is slow. The second reason your laptop can be slow is accumulation of debris and dust. Your cooling system, we generally call it your cooling system, because um with time after using your laptop for maybe some months, years, depending on the nature of the environment which you operate in, you will discover there is an accumulation of dust, debris, dirt inside. Sometimes you find cockroaches within laptops and the rest. And you understand? So sometimes those debris, they tend to block the air vent for, and makes it very difficult for the air to be able to pass through the heat sink and supply enough ventilation to the processor, thereby making it extremely hot and slow. This is a theoretical video. In my subsequent videos, you are going to be seeing a lot of lab sessions that I'm going to be showing you a lot of things. For example, okay, for this laptop now, this is the processor right here. This is the processor. It's an AMD processor with thermal paste on it. Now, if the air vent for this system now is blocked, unfortunately the heatsink is not on it, but if the air vent of this laptop is blocked, it won't be able to supply enough ventilation to the heatsink, thereby cooling the processor, because this processor generates a lot of heat. As a matter of fact, if your laptop uses a core processor or an AMD processor, for instance, it's after working for at least, sometimes not more than 10 minutes, not more than 10 minutes, it becomes extremely hot, and thereby it causes the laptop to ultimately shut down. That's why I see a lot of people coming to me, hey Kayode, why is my laptop shutting down abruptly while I'm working? It shut down. Yes, one of the major reasons is that the air vent is blocked. Another major reason is that the thermal paste is dried, because the thermal paste is a fluid. It's not a liquid, it's not solid neither. It's more like it has a fluid, you understand, like this pap nature, you understand. So with time, after years of usage, and due to the fact that processor generates a lot of heat, they become dry. So that heat can make them dry up, and thereby even when the fan is blowing the heatsink and the heatsink is supplying the air, is not finding the thermal conductor there, the thermal heat conductor there, which is the thermal paste there, to be able to enable it to remain active. So it's also called shutdown of the processor when you are using it. So that's another reason why your laptop can be extremely slow. Another reason is due to the nature of some of the hard disks you find today. Most times after usage for a long time, I usually tell my customers that when sometimes some of these 1 terabyte hard disks, because we love to go for big things. Some of us want a 2 terabyte hard disk, we want a 4 terabyte hard disk inside our laptop, but we neglect the implications of some of these things we go for, because most times when you are dealing with the hard disk, it's a mechanical component. It has a spinning component inside a data head. In some of my subsequent videos, I'm going to be dissecting an hard disk and explaining to you how it stores data, how it retrieves data. So when this hard disk has a mechanical component that with time they becomes weak, and when they are weak, it can also cause the laptop to be slow. But mind you, hard disk is not always responsible for the speed of a system. Take note, hard disk is not always responsible for the speed of a laptop or your computer. But however, when these hard disks become weak, the rate at which data is being copied from such a drive to the processor, to the RAM, before it is being loaded into the processor. Watch out for some of my subsequent videos where I will be telling you the sequence, how these things actually play out. But when the data is not the rate at which data is being copied from the hard disk is slow, when it is being copied to the RAM and then subsequently to the processor, you discover that the laptop cannot efficiently perform, thereby to be causing it to lag. So I've been able to identify 3 reasons why your laptop is lagging. Number one, the nature of the laptop. the nature of the laptop. Not every laptop is meant for every task. You understand? An Intel Celeron laptop would definitely be slow when you are using it for some certain kind of task. For example, you want to use an Intel Celeron laptop for gaming. No, they are not designed for that. You want to use an Intel Celeron laptop for, you want to use it for data analysis, heavy data. No, they are not designed for that. So when you subject it to this kind of task, they become slow, extremely slow. Some even trip off at the end of the day. Secondly, I say the second reason why your laptop is slow is weak hard disk. You understand? When your hard disk is weak, definitely your laptop will be slow. Another reason why your laptop can be slow, let me add this to it, is insufficient RAM memory. It is called RAM, random access memory. Now, sometimes every operating system has a RAM specification. When you are dealing with maybe for example you are using the Windows operating system, and Windows is one of the most heaviest operating system. As if you do your study, you will get to find out that Windows, unlike Linux and Mac OS and the rest, Windows is one of the heavy operating system. As a matter of fact, for you to use Windows 10, it is advisable you have a minimum of 4 gig RAM on your laptop. You understand? A minimum of 4 gig RAM for efficient performance, at least for basic performance. Let me put it that way, because the higher, if you have a higher RAM, it's better. If they say the minimum is 4 gig RAM and you have 8 gig RAM, it improves the speed at which data is being processed on that operating system. So back to our discussion. So the rate at which data is being copied through the RAM, by improving the size too, can also greatly affect or assist the speed of the system.